back to another video. Sorry to turn my fan off, you might hear that. Hoops and football, Shannon, as always. So, the draft is somewhat just close to a month away. And I've been looking at all the new rankings that are coming out, the top 10, and obviously we all know Dylan Patterson, Daniel Annable, and Zeke Uland are all roughly predicted to go top 5. The question is it time for the bottom teams, say a Richmond, a West Coast, somewhat as Essendon as well, to make these Northern Academies or top teams start to pay up premium dollar for the players that they're already getting, considering they're already playing finals, winning grand finals as well. So you think it's quite unfair, in my personal opinion, for a team like Brisbane and Gold Coast, who both were top 8. Brisbane even won it, and now yet again they're going to go into the draft and get another top 5 prospect to add on to the already superstar stack full team. And Gold Coast, as we know, will just get even stronger. You're going to add 2 more top 5 prospects to their team. So I just thought, is it time for Richmond and West Coast, maybe West Coast the most, to make them pay up for it? And now, what I mean by pay up is you would still take the player at that number if it was an open draft. So it's not just take it and then go, oh shit, we didn't actually want them, we just wanted them to pay up the max we could. So I thought, let's look at what it's going to cost. Sort of rough numbers. I haven't gone through the exact numbers, but judging by mathematically roughly through my head, you can see what they're going to have to pay up via draft picks. So we know Gold Coast gave up pick 7 and 8 to Melbourne for, I think it was like pick 24, 25 and 28 to help them accumulate their points. I'm not sure if it's enough for all of them. From what I've been told, they have 5 players they need to try and get in. I think they're only getting 2. But, so I thought, why not look into it? So I did it. So the pick 1 is 3,000 points. That's what you'd have to match it if West Coast were to think that Zeke Uland was the number 1 player, and they would like to take him at number 1. The problem would be I doubt they will. That's the one I'll probably take out of the calculations. That West Coast wouldn't do that, just because you want to give that number 1 pick priority to your club to make them sort of feel like they are worth it. So pick 2 is 2,481 points. So Gold Coast having the first round pick, pick 15, 19, and that's it. So between pick 15 is 973. Actually, maybe I'll just get my calculator out on my phone and we can actually sit here and... Right, so I got my calculator out. So we've got 973, which is pick 15. Then you'll have to... they'll have to then add pick 18 as well. So unless they decide to do some last minute trading at the day before, because you can still trade now. So just with their pick 15 and 18, they're only at 1,809 points. So they're still, what looks like to be roughly 600 points off. So going off, that's just their first round picks. I'm assuming they're willing to chew them up. So take into account, if you were to pick in the 20s, there's a chance it's going to slide forward, because that's 2 picks already gone. Then the next pick is pick 24. Then you'll have to add that, which is 621. Oh, hang on. You do plus, not to take away. Was that 621? So that brings them to 2,430, which was... They are still technically short on points. And then, as I recall, you still have to use... They have to then use pick 28. So then that's... I'm assuming it slides back. I don't know how far back it might slide. But then that's pick 28. So yet again, that's 4 picks they've given up just to get Zeke Uland at pick 2. So that gives them to 2,935. So, and I'm assuming, I don't know if you can keep those points in the banks for your next player, but then you're going to go, say, West Coast then takes Cooper Duff-Tytler, Sullivan Roby, then it's back to them. They may just happy to take it. Then it comes to Richmond. Richmond then goes after their next player. So it pushes the pick around to pick 5, which is 1,700. So you've already chewed up most of their first round picks, and then they're going to be pushing to the next. So the way I was kind of explaining that was just, is it time, in my opinion, like West Coast to go, cool, you're going to have Zeke Uland at pick 2, but we're going to make you pay maximum dollars. And I just think it's time for the lower clubs to finally start making these higher up clubs pay for it. I know some people say, well, but you want to keep a good relationship. But it's got to be a certain stage where the clubs go, well, we need to do what's best for us. We do understand we're trying to have a good relationship. But what's best for us is for teams like Richmond and West Coast to make these other teams bite the dust and pay premium for these players that they are rating so high in the draft. Otherwise, the AFL needs to take ownership of all academies, and then it's just a complete open draft besides father and sons. So, all right, guys. That's it for this episode. It was just a little rundown of what I think maybe which Richmond and West Coast should do in this year's draft to make your play at clubs like Gold Coast and Brisbane, who every year seem to be getting these top 10 prospects while still competing for finals. Make them pay the premium. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help me reach 500 subscribers. We are pushing quite close to it. I do appreciate everybody who watches it, so thank you. And as I always say at the end of every show, stay safe and go Tigers.